Good morning. Hi, ladies. I'm going to wait for a couple of minutes and see you all start to join here. I hope that everybody good morning. I hope that everybody had a really great National Scrapbooking Day yesterday, or International Scrapbooking Day, I guess is what they're calling it now. And I hope you're not too tired. So I was expecting to see some pretty exhausted crafters because I know that a lot of you really played along yesterday. One thing I wanted to say this morning, when I was getting ready, you know how you have your morning routines and you just like do your thing and everything goes in an order? Well, I always put perfume on last. And I know that that's wrong because they say that you shouldn't spray it. It shouldn't be on your clothes and on and on and on, whatever. Anyway, so I finished getting ready, got dressed, and then I went and I put my perfume on. And I was thinking about the fact that I put perfume on because it's just me and Emma here. So do I smell good?
Yes, you do.
So I wish you could smell me because I smell really good, which I just thought was really funny. I don't know, it probably is just dumb, but I thought it was funny that I was putting perfume on for all of you. So anyway, I did my hair and makeup, got dressed, and I even put perfume on. So there you go. Good morning, ladies. Hey, Deb, Linda. Hey, Jamie. Quick change of pictures. Gotcha. Hey, Corley, Melinda. Good morning, everyone. So I want to know how many of you played along yesterday. We're seeing a lot of traffic on all of the sketches. So we offered you 3 really great sketches and 3 really fun layouts. Deneen took over the projects for yesterday. So she used our school days kit, which I actually think there's only 2 left in the store. I would have to check the stock on that, but I think there are only 2 left, and I know that it's on sale. So if you are interested in that, I would probably grab that pretty quick. But she did 3 really fun layouts of her girls for their school photos this past fall. So her twin girls, Molly and Peyton, and then her older daughter, Jordan. And I just think they turned out so cute. So we offered you those 3 sketches and then her layouts on those sketches. So those are all posted. And we also have given you a contest for that. So you have until Tuesday at noon for that contest. All the details are on the first sketch and the last layout of yesterday. So if you want to go back, they're all on the Instagram, all on my Instagram feed, and they're all on the Facebook feed as well. So just go through there and you can enter up to 3 times. So if you do all 3 layouts, then you have up to 3 chances to enter, and you can go ahead and enter the same way as we do these layouts, our Facebook Live layouts. So you can post them on your social media, tagging me, tagging the business, and you can also post them right into the comments on the Facebook posts. Okay, so there's 6 different posts, so you could actually post them on any of the 3 sketches or any of the 3 layouts. We will see them there, and then you'll be entered into the contest for there. And the contest is a good one. It's a full kit and one of our We Are Member Keepers American Crafts albums, the D-Ring albums. So you can choose your color from the 3 that we have in stock currently, which is a gray faux leather, a gold faux leather, or a butter faux leather, and the butter is my favorite color. And there's actually, I've only got a couple left of those. So depending on what is in stock left on Tuesday, you will get your pick of the color of of album that you want. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Val, Sonia. Oh, hi, Mom. Hey, Leslie. Yes. Hey, strangers. Right. How are you? Good morning. Emma's here again, so definitely keep asking questions and chatting with me throughout, and she will, if I get my nose in the layout, she will definitely let me know. Kathy, hoping to do the sketches today or tomorrow. Yeah, we wanted to give you a couple of days, like 3 sketches, and it definitely is a lot for the one day. And then of course I wanted you to join me for today, so we're going to do this one together. But yeah, you've got a couple of days to work on those layouts for the contest on Tuesday. Good morning. Hey, Shar. Oh, hey, Sharon, my mother-in-law just joined all the way from southern Alberta, where it is usually very windy. We talked the other day and she said it was extremely windy, though they didn't have any snow left, which is lovely. So I hope you're having a good morning, Sharon.
I'll say hi to my grandmas that are there.
Oh, yes, both of your grandmas are there. Yeah. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, Lori. Hey, Sandra, how are you? I love this. Some new faces. Awesome. Okay, well, I know that some of you just want to hang out and chit chat and watch, and that's amazing. And for those of you that want to do the layout with me, I'm going to do it the same format like I did last week, where I'm going to give you all the measurements first for those ladies that really just want to move ahead. You had the sketch, so you could have printed that out at home. You can make notes on that if you like. I'm going to go through and I'm going to, this is the layout that I did based on the sketch. Here, I'll hold this up closer for you so you can see. You can see all the dimension there. So yes, obviously that will flatten out a little bit in your album and your page protector, but that's okay. Also, if you wanted to, like I've got a gallery wall in here. So if you have a spot where you like to display some of your layouts, this is a really fun one to display for a little while. I don't know, can you see that? Is that good? Or, yeah. So you can display it in your on your gallery wall or in an album as well, or of course in a frame if you wanted to do that. But that's the one that I made for you, and then I'm going to make another one for you here this morning with some more punches. So I wanted to go a little old school. You guys, like, we're all the same. We collect so many things, and there's no reason to not use your punches. Dig them out, get them out, and we're going to use them in different ways today. So I want to kind of show you just more of an updated version of the way that you can use your punches. Years ago, of course, we used to just punch and just stick things down, but this is just a great way to pull them out. There's like 4 different punches on there, raised up, give you a little dimension, lots of different colors. So this one is using our Sweet Spring kit, which I know I've got. I was actually just looking at the stock this morning. I think there's about 10-ish left in the store. You guys have been buying kits like crazy. It was insane going to the post office last week. So there's a handful of left of these, about 10, I think. And then the kit that I'm using today was our Let's Stay Home kit, which is all like the food paper, like all the baking and things. So I've obviously pre-cut all my pieces just because I'm good at multitasking, but I'm not that good. I'm not going to cut all these pieces with you guys right here. I don't want to waste your time. So the Let's Stay Home kit, I did check this morning. There's only 3 left. That kit sold like wildfire. So there's only 3 left. If you are thinking that you want to grab that kit, you're going to want to do that here pretty quick, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get new stock on that and restock it. Anyway, let's get scrapbooking. Okay, so in your sketch, this is the one that I posted online for you right here. I asked you to collect a cardstock for your base, a cardstock for photo mats, 2 12x12 pattern papers, and then for your paper punching, I said 4 pattern papers and a cardstock. So that's what I've mixed in on this one. And I did a few less patterns on the one I'm going to do with you today as far as my punches are. So you can play with that depending as we get going, deciding what you want to use, okay? So 4 pattern papers and a cardstock. I used a 3x4 journal card. Again, that is right in here. So I said that you could for sure substitute another photo for that if you want, okay? So 3x4 journal card. Ephemera and die cuts in addition to your punch shapes. So in this kit, so I've got these little, like this little gold butterfly here and these florals. There's another little pink butterfly there. So those were ephemera that came with the Sweet Spring kit. So I mixed those in with there if you had, depending on what collection you're using. And then the photos that I used were a 3.5 by 5.5 and a 3.5 by 3.5. And then if you wanted to substitute that 3x4. So those are in here, okay? So I'm going to go through, like I said, and I'm going to give you all the dimensions first. So for those of you that just want to get scrapbooking, okay, I'm going to give you those dimensions first. And then for those of you that want to do it right along with me, I'm going to do it right along with you as well. So let's just go through these measurements first, and you can get started for those of you that want to move on. So I've got a 12x12 cardstock base, which is my craft cardstock that you're seeing on the back. This craft color and white gingham pattern. This one is 11 by 11. Okay, so 11 by 11, you see it all the way around. I sanded my edges. You don't have to. If you're an inker, ink, or if you don't want to do anything, don't do anything. And then just adhere that centered onto your base. Okay, now the circle. Okay, so this one right here is a craft and polka dot circle. So this is a 9-ish inch circle. And I say ish because you just do what you've got, right? You're going to do what you've got. So this is the circle here. This is the size. So if you don't have a circle cutter at home, do not worry, get a bowl. Get a bowl, flip your paper over. So do not trace on the side that you want showing up, okay, just so that you don't have any pencil marks. Flip it upside down, put your bowl on top, trace it, and just hand cut it. And that's where you're gonna be covering up a lot of your edges anyway. So if you're saying, Jennifer, I'm not a very good precision cutter, you don't have to be, okay? So just do your best, but just flip a bowl upside down, choose one, and then go ahead and cut that circle out. If you don't want to do a circle, that's totally fine. It is gonna change the shape, but if you did wanna go ahead and just do a square, you could. If you were gonna do a square, you could do just a 9 by 9 or an 8.5 by 8.5, and you're gonna just position it on your page the same way that I did as well. And then you will just build your punches around the edge of whatever shape you choose. But honestly, just grab a bowl, flip your paper upside down, trace it, and cut it out, okay? So that's what you're gonna put down next. Now that circle is centered top to bottom, okay? And it's all the way out to the right edge of this paper right here, okay? So it just touches the edge, and you can't see that because you are gonna be putting your bigger photo slightly over the right edge of that, okay? So you're gonna stick that down flat, and then you're gonna raise this first big photo. Okay, so now I put these two photos down, and then I went on to my punches. So my punches are part of my embellishment, and I did do those after because you can see they're slightly overlapping here. They come all up in this section here, okay? Good morning. Madeline, my sister-in-law from Calgary, is almost as good as scrapping with you. Well, thank you, almost. Hey, this is how we're doing it these days. Or you can use your Cricut. Yes, Kim Perry, you can use your Cricut. Yes, absolutely, or your Silhouette, whatever you've got. If you've got a die cutting machine, punch in a 9-inch circle and press cut. So however you can get a circle, you go ahead and get a circle. Okay, so circle is down. Then you've got your 3.5 by 5.5 inch photo. Now I matted my photos, okay, so 1/4 of an inch larger than the size of your photo. This photo is raised. You're going to see it slightly overlapping. It's in between the edge of this pattern paper and the cardstock, okay? Your 3.5 by 3.5, that one's matted, and it's centered top to bottom, and I have it slightly tucked under. So I did raise this one's slightly tucked under. Then here I've got my journal card. Now that's a 3x4 journal card, but because this photo is 3.5 by 3.5 and I matted it, it's now 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. I took a 1/4 of an inch off of my journal card so that my journal card was now 3 by 3 3/4. So those are the same height, okay? And then you're gonna take all of your different size punches, you're gonna layer them, raise them up, and you're gonna run them all the way around the edge, okay? And then you're tied up. So for those of you that are moving forward, those are your quick and hard and fast instructions. You get scrapbooking, and I'm going to start at the beginning. Okay, all of you that want to slow down, let's slow down, okay? So first piece, 12 by 12 cardstock, okay? Mine is white. Kim, it helps with my type A-ness. I don't disagree. I used a cutter. I did not, or a plate, Andy. Yes, you can use a plate. Anything circle. Anything circle you can find. Hey, Heather. Hey, Kimber. Morning, Reeve. Okay, so again, remember where my very first one where I said that my husband's not funny and the joke in the family is that he's not funny, but every once in a while he's funny. He started saying funny things once a week now, and it happens to be on Sunday when I'm doing this Facebook Live. So, of course, he's out in the middle of the Persian Gulf. He has literally been working every single day for, I don't even know how many weeks. I've lost track. So we're talking about what you can use to trace for a circle. He obviously is in the oil industry. So he said that he's got 5.5 inch drill pipe. So a little small, that would be a little small circle, Scott. However, it would work. Thank you for helping with that. Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, Christine. Hey, Lindsay. Okay, 12 by 12 cardstock. That is our base. Your first cut is 11 by 11, okay? 11 by 11 on pattern paper, and you're gonna center this on your base. Sorry, yes. I don't know, I thought I was giving you the wrong dimension. I wasn't. 11 by 11. I went ahead and sanded my edges. Of course, I pre-sanded them because I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me sand. But if you are not a sander and you want some tips, you can always use a mat, okay, a self-healing mat at the edge, or a cutting board. I know some of the ladies last week said that they use a kitchen cutting board, so just like a little dollar store one. But put it to the edge of your paper or the edge of your table, and you can go ahead and just pull the color off the edges. I pre-did that. You do not have to. And then go ahead, get your adhesive on the back of your 11 by 11 pattern paper, center it on your base, and stick it down. Okay, just like that. Okay. Happy Sunday, Sin. Where do I print out the page with the sketch on it? So I print, you can do that right from Facebook. So it is posted on Facebook and it's posted on Instagram, and I'm posting them every Friday morning now. I know that the first week I did it on Saturday, the second week I did it on Thursday, Friday's the day. So you guys can be, put that on your schedule that you know that I'm gonna post you the sketch, the Sunday morning Facebook Live sketch will be posted on Friday mornings, okay? So you can print that out right from Facebook, all right? Open up your cupboards and pull out plates and mugs. Exactly, Christine. Yeah, you don't have to have the fancy tools. If you don't have them, you can still do all these things at home, you betcha. Morning, Nadine. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Peaches, how are you? Are you scrapbooking today, Peaches? You said you were going to pull out your paper at some point. Okay, so now we're going to do our circle. Okay, is everybody ready with their circle? So again, I did a little bit of a sand on my edges. I'm just going to get a little bit of adhesive, a little bit in the middle for good luck. So again, I want this centered top to bottom on my base, okay? And I'm putting my right edge of my circle right out to the right edge of the 11 by 11 pattern, okay? There you go, just like that.
Looking at the paper makes me want to bake.
Right? I know. This kit is insane. I love this collection. This turned out really, really well. And you'll see the photos that I'm using are of the first time I baked bread. So, LOL. Procrastination is my middle name. Peaches, get there. We're going to do it every Sunday, maybe by next Sunday. Jamie, if you're going to do a square, Jamie, I know you have plates and bowls in your house. Go and trace a plate or a bowl. But if you're going to do a square, you can do it 9 by 9 or 8.5 by 8.5. But go and trace a bowl or a plate. You can do it.
So supportive.
I am supportive. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh, hey, Jessica. Hello, my lovely. I miss you. But hey, I did my nails again this week, Jessica. Look. Just a nice little pink. I'm learning because what else am I going to do? I have to do it at home. Marilyn. Hey, Marilyn, did you see that you were the big winner of my little birthday prize that I put up? I don't know if I had seen that you got a chance to watch the video I posted yesterday, but your name was drawn, Marilyn. So that's going to go out to you on Tuesday. So congratulations to you. Jamie, okay, then give me 5 minutes. Quick, run. Run. I gave you 5 minutes ago. All that time I was telling you all the ways you could cut a circle. That was your time. Go.
To the kitchen.
To the kitchen. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get my photos together. So again, I've already pre-cut these. I've pre-cut everything, but your photos 3.5 by 3.5. So look, that's my first bread. I've been baking for years and years, but bread was never something I thought, you know what? I thought bread was hard. Actually, I think was my thing is that bread and pastry. And I have a really good friend in Kelowna, actually, who I met in Calgary, but she's a longtime BC girl. And they just moved out to their incredible dream home in Kelowna. She is a baker, like literally should open a bake shop. Like she is so, so talented. And she's constantly telling me that pastry is not that hard, but I feel like pastry is hard. But anyway, she told me bread wasn't that hard, and so I made bread. And you know what? It wasn't that hard, and I did a really good job, I think. My kids keep asking me to make more. Look, those are my buns. Cute, right? So anyway, 3.5 by 5.5 is my first photo. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, or sorry, by 5 3/4. 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So you're just going to add 1/4 inch to the size of your photo and cut your cardstock mat. And that's going to give you a really nice 1/8 of an inch border around your photo. So if you want larger, then you're just going to, you know, obviously go to half a size larger, but 1/4 of an inch larger than the size of your photo gives you a really nice border of cardstock. And then it's just always a nice even size. None of that old school sticking your photo onto your big 12 by 12 piece of cardstock and then cutting around it. You guys are better than that. You can do that. You can do it. I know you can. Jamie, did you cut your circle yet? I'm moving on. Glenn, hey Glenn. It would have been helpful to know. I gave you a ton of time. Jamie, come on. You can do this. Emma, do you scrapbook?
Well, I did when I was a lot younger, so I probably stopped when I was more around probably like 10 or 11, honestly. So yes, I guess I did, but not for a very long time. I'm leaving that up to my mom.
Yeah, Emma used to scrapbook with me all the time. She had her own little pink rolly tote, and she had her own little trimmer, and she had all the things. And we've still got all the scrapbooks. They're super cute. She did a really good job. But no, she has been busy in the barn or at school for the last, I don't know, solid like 6-7 years, I think has been more of her focus. But I think if she sat down, she could. You know what we did do actually? She is definitely my daughter. When she traveled for her year off of school, she kept everything. So we've got everything from Europe and all the things that she did, all those trips, because that Europe trip was a big deal for her. She went by herself, which was incredible. But she kept everything. She's very much like me. She kept like all her receipts and her tickets and wristbands for things. What are the boarding passes, all of that. So her and I have actually been talking. I think we're going to start her album for that. So I'm going to get her to do all the journaling and things. So.
We'll work together. I'll write and you can do the scrapbooking, the sticking of things, and the organizing.
The sticking of things. We'll work on the terminology before we work on the album. That's what we're going to do, I think.
So this is good education, I guess.
Marilyn, you didn't see? Well, hey, now you know. You won. Congratulations. Okay, so now that I've got my photos matted, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick that first one down. So the 3.5 by 5.5. Now I said earlier that it was going to be raised, so I'm raising it with 3D foam. Okay, raise it with 3D foam. I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to. And if you don't have any 3D foam, you can buy it because I have it online on my website. So my favorite kind. But I want to raise it because I want to just tuck my smaller photo just in the edge. So again, like I said, you can see up here, this photo is centered top to bottom, but it's slightly overlapping the right edge of my 11 by 11 piece of pattern paper. So you can see I'm right in the middle, okay? So I'm just gonna center it top to bottom and I'm gonna go just off the edge so I can still see a little bit of my base. See that there? Whoops. Oops. Oh, good grief. Throwing it at you guys. There you go. See? So I'm like just in that edge. I'm halfway through, raised up right there. Okay. And then my smaller one, my 3.5 by 3.5, that guy's going to be flat on my cardstock, and then it's going to be flat on my layout. So again, centered top to bottom, but I wanted to tuck the edge in just slightly. Now I'm going to take my 3 by 3 3/4. Remember, I trimmed that down from 3 by 4 to 3 3/4. Oh, that was upside down. I'm just going to take that because what I want to do is make sure that I have enough space in between here. I want a little bit of embellishment in here. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm not putting my 3.5 inch photo too far under, but I want to just make sure that this little journal card, or if that's going to be another photo for you, that it has enough space for what I'm wanting to do. Okay. So I've got that where I want it. I've got it centered top to bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to stick that down. Okay. So that's just slightly underneath there. Okay, next piece that you're going to put down is that 3 by 3 3/4 inch piece. So either the journal card or the photo, if you've matted the photo. Jamie, do you have a circle yet? Let me know.
I think she said she's going with the square.
She's going with the square.
Well, with the square.
Jamie.
She said, I'm always that person in your class.
You're always that person in my class. It's okay. I've known you for a long time. It's okay. The square will be beautiful.
So supportive.
I am supportive. I'm very supportive. Okay, there. Okay, so that's where we should be so far. So we've got a 12 by 12 cardstock base. 11 by 11 is our pattern paper centered on our base. Got a 9-inch circle, or in Jamie's case, a square. I'm just picking on you, Jamie, you know I love you. Then you've got your 3.5 by 5.5 inch photo that's matted onto cardstock. That one's raised out on the right side there. Your 3.5 inch square photo, that one's flat. And then either the journal card or the photo right next to it. Okay. Okay, couple of questions here. Emma, I could see you being a traveler's notebook kind of girl. Absolutely. No, she definitely, I think that would be a really good thing for her to get into, for sure. The Cricut did it quick. Good job, Janet.
Daddy broke the internet.
Oh, your father is gone. It's okay. You should probably be sleeping. It's nighttime there anyway. Okay, so everybody ready? We can move on. I'm going to start getting out my punches. Now, I punched all of this before because you do not need to hear me punching all through of this. I want you to be able to hear what I'm saying. So what I did, so this one, obviously, this one's all butterflies. You can see that I've got, they're layered. So I've got, you want to make sure you've got 5 or 6 for this size of circle or square that we were working with. You want to make sure that you've got a few big pieces if you can. If you can't, that's fine too. I have 6 bigger butterflies on this one out of 2 pattern papers. Okay, so there's 2 pink pattern papers, and I did 3 of the big butterflies out of each of those patterns, and those are kind of my bigger focal ones. And then I went in and I punched a medium-sized butterfly that has like a little bit more of like a lacy pattern to it. There's a lot of cutouts in it. I did a green cardstock and I did a white word pattern paper. Okay, and I layered some of those on. So those are all bent in the middle, and I'm going to show you how I did that here with the next layout that I'm working on with you. And then there's some smaller butterflies, and you're going to see where I did those in here. There's like a patterned one there, and they're all through. But then I also did these ones. So these little butterflies, I punched out of the remainder of this pattern paper. Okay, and then I actually just put those just sporadically out and about, so you can see them kind of down in here and they're up in the top. Okay, so that's kind of what we're working on. That's kind of the look that you're working on trying to achieve with your punches. So just because they're sitting in the drawer does not mean they have to stay sitting in the drawer. Okay, so pull them out and start using those. So what I'm working with today is my hearts. So I've got some larger ones I did out of like an orange pattern paper here. And then I did a little bit of a smaller white cardstock heart. And then I bent it in the middle. Okay, and I just put some glue along the spine of the white heart. Okay, so just down along the spine. And then I went ahead and just sat it. So you're going to kind of pinch it like this, put your glue on the spine, and then sit it in the middle and just let that dry. Okay, so that's how you're going to do that. And then this is just a cute little gold sticker. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my larger ones, and then I did a couple with some smaller. So these ones are like a pink stripe, and then I've got like a smaller white guy in the middle there. Okay, so let's go ahead and just start laying those out. This one I'm going to use 5. My heart punch was a little bit bigger than my butterfly punch. Okay, so it was a little bit bigger, so I don't need 6 on this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do this here. I'm going to get them the way that I want them. So I want them to kind of follow a little bit the shape that you're working with. Okay, so my journal card does say Let's Bake on it, but I'm actually not using the Let's Bake because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a title. Okay, with some thickers. Okay, I think I got this the way that I want it. Okay, so I've got my shapes all laid out. So same thing, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start with my big ones. So those ones are going to be the first pieces that you put down. Love how you did hidden butterflies. Cool, hey Jody? It's just something different, right? Think outside the box. You don't have to use your tools the way that they were originally built all those years ago. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to stick my first one down and keep moving along. Okay, so a little bit on the spine. You can fold your punches. That's what I've done here. They've been folded in half. Okay. Stick those down. Remember, they're going to need a little second to dry, depending on what glue you use. I'm using the Tombow glue. I will have some of this on my website. I will say I don't order it through the winter. A lot of times they actually don't ship it through the winter to certain locations, and us here in Chile, Canada, some locations in Canada are one of them. What was happening when I had the store, this was actually our #1 selling glue. We love it. It's something that I've always used. I really enjoy it. But it was freezing. So it was freezing on shipping. So then it would come and it would have to be thawed out, and then it would be chunky, and just the integrity of the product just was really, it was really being quite compromised just by the travel in the certain weather. So anyway, I don't carry it in the winter. I guess I should probably just order a lot more before the winter comes, but maybe I will this year. But that will be on the website soon. So if you're running low on that, you can watch for that to come up. So anyway, my point with all of that big long glue story was that this glue dries super quick. There's a couple other glues. I think I might start carrying this one as well. The art glitter. This is a great glue too. And it dries really quick. What are your favorite glues? Tell me what your favorite glues are. I am happy to bring in, the adhesives that you enjoy. So definitely let me know. So the next thing I'm going to add on here, you can see in this one here, I've got kind of this little section in the bottom where I've got a butterfly, and then I've got like that's where the die cuts from this collection. I've got them kind of piled up in here. So lots of layering. So there's some flat and there's some raised with 3D foam. So that's kind of the next little section or little cluster that I'm going to go ahead and add. So one thing I'm using, I'm not going to, so this is where we're at so far. So that's where we're at so far. So I'm not going to use the Let's Bake. I think I mentioned that. So I'm actually going to cover that up right now. I'm going to cover it up with this Family Time die cut that comes in the Let's Stay Home collection. So I'm also not going to use the Family Time word either, but I really want those flowers around it. So I'm actually just sticking that down and I'm covering up where it says Let's Bake. So remember, all of these journal cards and all the pre-printed things that you get on these patterns, they might not always work for what you want them to. That doesn't matter. You can use the rest. I really wanted this. I wanted the pink color of this journal card, first of all. And I really liked the baking pieces at the top. But then I want to add these little bits of flowers. So you can use these pieces and they still work for what you're doing. You just have to adjust, and you can cover things up and add little bits, and you can still make it work for your layout, even if the printing isn't exactly what you're wanting to use. Lindsay, you love mono glue. Great things about art glitter. Yes. For finer tip gluing, you can get the tip to add. Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, I've got a big adhesive order that I'd like to put in here in the next week or so. So I'll definitely let you know. Marilyn, you like the art glitter too. What sizes were my shapes? They're all different sizes. I've got 2-inch, 1.5 inch, 1 inch, and I think I've got some little tiny, tiny hearts in here that are even like a little 1/2 inch. So all different sizes. Coralie, whatever size that you've got on hand. It doesn't have to be the same as mine. Thank you. I need glue, Lindy. I just packed your order last night. You were going to be getting an email today that it is ready for pickup if you want to come by. But the glue, I know, will probably be about 2 weeks before it comes in. But I will post when it is in. Okay. So that is where we're at right now. Okay. So you're getting your big punches on there. Those are the ones that you're going to start with, okay? And start just building this little section of interest kind of right in here. Okay, so that's where we should be. Does anybody need any sizes again before I go on? Okay, anyone need any more sizes? Just message and let us know, okay? When is the next Use Your Own Product online workshop? That one, it should be up. Do not quote me. I'm going for Wednesday. but it's almost done. We've got to I will say they take a lot. It's a lot getting them online. So like I said, the last two, Heather, I believe you took that class, the two that are up right now. That was the ones, we just wanted to get them online for you guys, and they've been selling like crazy. So thank you so much for your support. You're making it all worth it. It's really kind of exciting. So, but I'm thinking Wednesday, possibly Thursday. I promise to post as soon as it's up. It's almost ready. We just got to get all the pieces together. And honestly, I have to videotape it. I haven't done the video for it yet. And I'm trying a couple new things with the video. I think I'm going to change the orientation of it, which doesn't really matter, but let me know if you're someone that has actually purchased this workshop. Let me know how you like. I did a vertical orientation. I just feel like this is better. Horizontal. But your guys are the ones that are watching it at home on your computer, so you need to tell me. This is for you guys. I want to make sure that you're getting what you want. So please let me know. Hi, Celine. Hi. Waffles are ready. Bye. Bye,
Sounds like
Andy.
me.
Yes, Emma would leave for waffles as well. It's true. Can you watch this again? Yeah, you betcha, Leslie. So after these are done live, they actually just go right onto my Facebook page, and you can go back and watch them at any time. The other thing, remember, girls, is this is always posted after. So we always post this scrap sheet that we create for you. So this has got the sketch, the supplies, the layout that I did, and all the instructions. And then the layout I'm making with you today, that also gets posted. So that'll be posted tomorrow morning. The scrap sheet is posted immediately today. So you'll be able to go back and watch the video after at any time, because it just stays on my feed. And then the scrap sheet, this one right here, this is also posted as well. So that if you want, you can save it and print it out and work on it from home. Make yourself a little UYOB mini Facebook Live class folder. You can put all of those in there. You like this orientation. Yeah, so Lindsay, that's what I think. So the first two videos for the Use Your Own Product 10 Layout Online classes, those were vertical. And again, big learning curve. I need you guys to tell me what you want to see and how you like it best, because you're the ones that are doing this. This is super, super new for me. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing that, but one day it won't be new for me. One day I'm going to be an old pro, but I'm not there yet. So you just need to tell me what you like. What you like watching, what's better for you when you pull it up on the computer screen, because it's just, I don't know unless you tell me. Horizontal, 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 horizontal. Yes, horizontal. I definitely agree with you. Yeah, okay, let's move on. So this is where we're at, okay? Got your big pieces on, and now we're gonna go start filling in all the little spaces. So what I've got here is I've got all these little green guys. So I've got some of these. I've layered them up. So some of these little green ones with these little white hearts. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Then I got all fun and I took a little scallop circle and I put some little tiny hearts folded on the scallop circle. Okay. So just punch all different kinds of shapes, okay? So lots of different sizes, lots of different colors. So then we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna start filling in our spaces. So when I'm doing this, I fill in my spaces, literally, I'm putting all of these on here right now. And I'm just kind of deciding where I want them. So it's really just a matter, it's the same thing, you know, when I do those, I was saying, I think 2 weeks ago, oh, I've got a dog hair on here, shocking. Oh my God, tell you. I was honestly, I don't know, those of you that know me really well know that I was the person that was never getting dogs. I was never having dogs. I was like, no, it's too much work. I don't want to deal with it. Oh, Jesus Louise, now I got 4 of them. So yes, there's dog hair everywhere.
Till Emma asked and asked and
asked
asked.
and asked and asked. Well, you know, it was the kids, yes, that the first dog came from, but then I really wanted to have a 3rd child. And that's when Scott said, why don't we just get another dog? And then I wanted a 3rd child again. Why don't we just get another dog? And then we started having baby horses. So, you know, whatever. Story of my life. Anyway, total, what do you call that? Squirrel. That's
Squirrel.
what you call it.
Yeah.
Total squirrel. So anyway, same thing as when you're doing the layouts that have all of the multi-photos, or if you're putting several photos, smaller photos, kind of like side by side. And I always say, flip them over, get them where you want, put your adhesive on the back, and then one at a time, flip them over. Very similar concept. lay all this out. Literally, it's called a layout, right? Lay it all out, get it where you want it, and then you can go ahead and start sticking it down, because I guarantee you're going to change your mind on where you want a few of the pieces. So a couple of the other things that I'm adding here, if you purchased or are going to purchase the Let's Stay Home kit, you get a pack of embellishments, and I don't know if I have them right here. I don't. But anyway, there's a bunch of little like wood pieces. I don't know if you can see that, it's got black on it. And they're like half wood and half painted. I don't want the painted color, so I'm just gonna flip it over. Okay, so I'm gonna use, oh, here's one with like green on it that comes. So when you get these and you go, Jennifer, those don't go with this paper. No, they don't. Flip them over. Okay, so just flip them over and use the little wood piece. Okay, so start just arranging. The other thing I'm using, and these little gold stickers, these little heart stickers. So these came in one of our kits in the, one of the thicker packs, one of the word packs. Okay, so I've got all of those, and those are gonna be like little pieces that I add on after. So you're gonna get all your bits where you want them, and then you're just gonna start sticking them down, okay? How are you guys doing? Are you making out okay? Did you all have your punches ready? I know you probably wondered what I was thinking when I said get out your punches, but you know what? Punches aren't inexpensive. They're an investment. You know, you guys have spent a lot of money on these things, and you need to use them. You know, I don't want you to be buying these things and have them be like fads for a minute. You want to make sure that you're investing in tools that that you're going to keep using. You know, make sure you're using the things that you're buying. Okay, so just same thing, just start sticking them all around, wherever you like them. Any recommendations if you want to make this a double layout? Yeah, absolutely. So if you were going to make this a double layout, I actually would cut my circle. So my big circle, your big 9-inch circle. So I would probably cut it maybe so that you've got a third of it down here, and I would bump that onto your second page. So have your straight edge meeting in the middle and have your circles this way. And then if you wanted to go ahead, same thing, then you're just going to be going around this side on your, what would be your left page or your right page if you wanted to have your bigger piece on the right side. With your punches, and then you can carry a few of these punch pieces over to the other side, just maybe around your photos, not necessarily going down this side of your circle. But you definitely could if you wanted, so you could do your punches all the way around your circle, but just make sure you pull. The thing with double page layouts, obviously, is you want to pull elements from both pages and make sure that you've got them so that you've got evenly distributed as best you can. So if you've got a little skinny strip of one pattern paper, make sure you use that pattern paper on the other page. But definitely you want to cut your circle, but just take maybe a third off and put it off and have your circles meet in the middle. I hope that gives you a bit of help. Hey, Tracy, horizontal, great layouts. Thank you. I'm so glad. I'm glad that this is working for you guys. Die cuts from my endless ephemera pots. Absolutely, Lindsay. You know what? That's the thing, and that's what I had said in the notes on this one. If you don't have punches, if that's not something that you enjoy doing, or it's not something that you've worked on investing with your toolkit, you don't have to. Lots of people don't like punches. And I will say my extensive collection of punches, which I'm looking at right now, a lot of those came from when I had the store. So of course, when I had the store, I had a workshop for you all, and those were tools that we had in there for you guys to use. So a lot of that is from there. Now, border punches is something that I have always used. So that is something that I've always invested in just personally as a crafter at home, but I use them all the time. So that's just the point, is that if you're going to invest in a tool, you just want to make sure that it's something that you're going to use. But no, if you don't have punches, that's where I'd said the die cuts. Do your circle with your die cuts. Absolutely. You have all of those pieces, so make sure you use them. Okay. Kim, I know you talk about your photo printer every Sunday. I need your help. Our regular office printer's dying, wondering if the photo printer, no, it is not. No, my photo printer, the PictureMate, the Epson PictureMate 400, again, I am really, really looking for sponsorship from Epson. I would really like my ink and my paper sponsor. If anyone has an in with Epson, please send them my way. I swear to God, I have sold more Picturemate 400s for Epson than maybe their own salespeople have. So anyway, no, that is just a photo printer. That is not a home printer. My home printer that I use is actually Canon, and I believe it's called the Canon, I'm going to double check. It's like an IP 110 or something.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to get Emma, if you can just sneak over, just give me 2 seconds. I think I have my ink cartridges in one of these drawers, and I believe it says it on there. So my little home print, and it's small. It's probably about 14 inches wide by maybe, or long, sorry, by like 8 inches wide. It's small. Oh, yeah. So this is the ink. Oh, good grief. Oh, here it says. Yeah, IP110. So it's Canon IP110. So it's small, and what I like about it is it's totally portable. So when I go away and teach, which I hope that resumes back in our world at some point, but anyway, I will sometimes just carry it with me. So I wanted something that would fit into my laptop bag. So anyway, it's Canon IP110, and it's black, and I like it. So I hope that answers. Sorry, what was your?
I said it's just a USB cord that you plug in.
Yeah, no,
from, like,
just a USB cord. So it's easy to take if you're taking your laptop and you're traveling and you're moving or something like that with it. It's super easy. So anyway, how are we doing on sticking down our shapes? Everybody getting all your shapes down? Are we ready to move on at all? No? Really, the rest of this layout is just that. It's really just building all of your embellishment, getting all of your shapes the way that you want them, and then you're going to tuck a title in there. So my title on the first one, the one with the trees, which those of you that know me, and I've said it, I post these trees on my social media every single year. It's actually on my personal Facebook. It's like that big cover photo at the top, whatever. I change it out every year. They're so beautiful. I love them so much. And it was for sure a selling feature for us on this house. But anyway, on that layout, I put my title in a different spot that I'm actually going to put it on, the one that I'm working on with you guys. Okay. So I'm going to show you that in just a quick second. Just about got these where I want them. Yeah, you're welcome, Kim. No problem. You know what? That's the thing. I want people to tell me what they like, and I like to tell people what I like, because, you know, you work so hard to figure things out, and these things are so expensive, and you can make big mistakes or costly mistakes if you end up getting something that doesn't work. And I've done that. You know, I've got printers that they just are not right for me, and they don't fit my needs, and I totally just will knock that layout right off the edge there. And so for me, like I said, it's not, and you know, I will say this too. I bought a really big, quite expensive printer not too long ago. Thought that I was going to want to do all of my like kit instruction printing from it. I thought it was going to be this really great investment. And, you know, the one thing that I did do, which I'm glad for, is, and you guys should, I mean, you probably do, but whatever. I've made sure to ask what the return policy was on it for sure, because I really was unsure whether or not it was going to work for me. And you know what? It didn't. And it was really expensive. Like I want to say it was like $800 expensive, like really expensive. And I don't spend money like that on those kinds of things. And I brought it home and I used it, and it just didn't fit my needs, and it didn't print as well as this little one. And I find this little one so cost effective. So it's just really been the best for me. So yeah, if I can pass any of that information along, I would love to. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I've got kind of let's see. Yep, stuck them all down. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I've kind of, you can see I've filled in all of that blank space in there. I've got all of those ones in there. There's still a little bit of space that I want to fill in, and that's where my gold stickers, my gold heart stickers, I'm going to go ahead and put those in there next. But you can see I've pretty much covered up all of the title, like up in here, pretty much covered all of that up. And then I'm going to add a few more pieces. I cannot hold this straight today to save my soul. Good grief. Didn't even have a Caesar last night. That's been my drink of choice lately. And I'm actually super upset. I got an email yesterday. I bought tickets for some friends of mine, and I to go to YYC Caesar Fest. So Calgary Caesar Fest is this like big event, and I've never been before, but I just started drinking Caesars like, I don't know, a year and a half ago. My good friend Lori in Calgary, she loves Caesars, and she was horrified about 2.5 years ago when I said I had never actually tried a Caesar. I'm not a huge tomato fan, so the thought of drinking tomatoes just didn't appeal to me. But anyway, she made me try them, and I've been hooked ever since. But anyway, my point with all of that was that Caesar Fest is canceled. It's in like, I don't know, 10 days or something. I have a friend from the States coming up. Actually, Tanya Erickson, I don't know, Tanya, are you on here? I don't know if I've seen you come on today, but Nancy was going to be up from Texas. She's not from Texas, she's from here, but she lives down there now. Nancy was going to come up, and we were going to go to Caesar Fest, but anyway, it's canceled. So I've been doing my part by drinking them at home. And I'm a very good Caesar maker, I have found out. Caesars and bread are kind of my new things. Okay, where are we? This is the first Facebook Live session for me. Love the format. I don't have to rush. I can go back. Awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Susan. I'm so glad that you joined us. This, yeah, this has been amazing. I'm loving this. I hope you guys are. This is super fun. I love that I get to get ready in the mornings and come and hang out with you all here. Can I write the name of the printer in the comments later, please? Absolutely. But if you have a pen right now, it's a Canon IP110. Canon IP110. Or the picture one is the Epson PictureMate 400.
Again,
Epson, I know, exactly. Hopefully I'm going to get some free ink and photo paper at some point. Yeah, I know, Kim. Well, I was a little nervous. I went to pick it up and I wondered if anything was going to fall off because I couldn't remember where I put them all. So anyway, I've got a couple of other little bits here that I want to put in where I'm going to put my title, but I'm going to put my title sticker down first. I've got, this was cut out of like a big 12 by 12 piece paper that had a ton of words on it, but I just thought that was so perfect for me, right? Make memories. For my make and more memories. So I've got a little make memories. I've got a little smile. So you know how I always say, like, just cut things up. This smile was bigger and I didn't like the shape of it at all. It had weird things on the end of it. So I cut that off. And then this one, slow down. And then remember this. So cut all of these out of the die cuts. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this gather. So this is one of the thicker words. So this one's a nice bold one. And I love the handwriting on these. And these were in a kit. Before you ask me if I have any in stock, I'm really sorry, but these were in one of my kits. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this. I loved the shape of this word. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick it over top of this whole like section that I'm building here. Okay, so I'm going to pick it up for you in a second and show you. And I really use the paper and what I'm putting down on it. And what I mean by that, so, oh, see, look, Kim, things just fell off. So what I mean by that is right here, I use the edge of my paper to line up my G, and then to narrate this little swipe across the T there, that I actually lined up with one of the lines in the journal card. So use your paper to help you. I am a really linear scrapbooker. Obviously that's my style. I'm not mixed. I don't do the mixed media. I think it's incredible, obviously. I have some of the most talented friends in this industry that do the mixed media, and I'm so jealous of the way that they can get their hands dirty and create such magic on paper. I really, really do. It's just not me. I am very linear. I like to cut my paper, sand my edges. Sanding's kind of like my big old step out of the box, kind of get crazy. That's just my thing. I like things straight on. Doing shapes and circles, yes, I'm using them today, but they're still in a very linear fashion. So everything has still got its place for me. That's just my style. But I know lots of you love just sticking things down. Nothing matters for measurements, and that's incredible too, and that's your style. So, but for me, I like to find those pieces in my page, like the lines on the journal card, so that I could make sure that my letter was where I wanted it. My personality is that if I didn't do that, that's the first thing I would notice, and it would distract me from the photos, which is what I really should be focusing on, right? So for me, I like a nice, clean, simple, linear, so that my photos still do jump off. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to start adding these gold stickers because I want to make sure that I'm filling in those couple of spaces. Okay, so I'm just going to stick those around wherever I want them. Let's kind of have a little look first, see where I like them. And then, of course, the last thing is just going to be your journaling, right? Make sure you get your handwriting in there. I know I always talk about making sure you get your handwriting on your pages, but it's just so important. You know, I know that you guys are the same. You want to see things like especially when you're looking back at, like, my grandparents. Sadly, none of my grandparents are alive anymore, and that's really hard. And it's hard as a parent to not be able to share that with your kids. So I want to see things like their handwriting. I was going through, just a quick little story, I was going through the other day and I found, those wedding albums, just that you can buy in any store that your guests sign and whatever, not like a scrapbook album, obviously. I found ours, and when I opened up the box, it had like the newspaper article, because I don't know if they do that anymore. Maybe they do it online now. But anyway, when I was married a bazillion years ago, they do like the photo announcements. So my parents had sent it in. I grew up on the island in Port Alberni, and so my parents sent it in to the Port Alberni newspaper. Anyway, so the photo with the newspaper is in there. That was really cool. But anyway, I opened it up and I found the reply card from my granny, who I just loved her so much. She was just such an incredible lady. But so I opened up the card and I had forgotten that she actually had written me a letter and replied back and wrote me this. She was late. She was always late with everything, but she was late sending the reply back, like a month late. And it was really cute. It was just this really cute little note of how she was late, but she knew that I knew she was coming and all the things. So anyway, it was just really fun for me to see her handwriting. So I always like to just remind everyone that though we always, don't always love our handwriting, I don't love my handwriting. Some of you have got the most stunning handwriting I've ever seen. Just get it in your albums, because I promise you, your kids are going to want to see it at some point. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Okay, so you can see there's some great dimension in there. You can see kind of the shine from the gold. I've got those little hearts in there. And then from there, I'm just going to go add those cut words and a little bit of journaling. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how I kind of knocked it out of the park with my first bread bake.
I'm
not wrong. No, I know. It's pretty good. If I do say so myself.
My pants don't think so, but my heart says yes.
Your heart said, Emma said, my pants don't think so, but my heart says yes. So that's about the best compliment I can receive. Okay, I want to go through and just have a little comment. You've got a few of you texting in here. It's not texting. You're messaging. What are we on Facebook? Caesars with spice. Yes, I have the spicy pickled green beans. I love those. Now, somebody said something about horseradish. Janet. Okay, so Janet, have you ever tried, I saw online the other day, there is it's not gin. I have the vodka. It was a horseradish and pickle vodka. Horseradish and pickle juice vodka. I just wonder if anyone's tried that. I haven't bought it, but I want to know if anyone tried it. You're welcome, Deb. I'm so glad you had fun. Love my picture mate. Love my picture mate. Yes, many love their picture mate. Awesome. Hardly ever journal anymore. One of my girls. Yeah, one of my goals. Sorry, not one of my girls. Kathy, yes, for sure. Go back, please, and add some journaling. Okay, well, I think that's it, girls. That's kind of it for the layout. I will post it again later. I did just want to mention really quickly, again, if you do this layout and you post it to your social media, tagging my business, that can be Instagram or Facebook, or if you just post it right in the comments on the post of either the sketch for this week or when I post this. So you've got a couple places you can go ahead and post that right onto my Facebook page so that I can see it. If you get your entries in before noon on Wednesday, you're entered for a draw. And this week I've got a couple of sticker things for you here. So for this layout, I've got a sticker pack, double-sided. These are really cute. These are selling so well. These Truly Grateful. These are really fun. They're like puffy words. Some super fun sparkly gems that you can add to all of your projects, and 3D foam. Okay, so that is going to be your prize this week. I have added a few more things to the website. Actually two of them, I just want to show you really quick. When you're going and having a look, I've added a few tools. So again, I always say I don't carry a lot of tools, but I am going to carry a few things that I really, really love. So I just wanted to go over a couple of those. These are on the website right now. So the We Are Memory Keepers Supreme Ruler. This is really cool. If you, any kind of crafter, but especially if you're a card maker. So this is really great. It's got a double metal edge for cutting. So you can go ahead and just take your cutting knife, or if you use, I'm going to lean forward. I'm going to look really big for a minute. I'm sorry. I don't know if any of you still have your finger knife, this is my favorite cutting knife. But anyway, any kind of a blade, this is a really cool tool for that. And then it has a rubber piece on the back so that it doesn't slip when you're working with it. So that's a really, really cool tool. That is on the website now. And then this one, this is an investment tool, girls. So this is something that it really is an investment in your tools. It's a little bit pricier. Okay, so you're definitely going to invest in something. But this is the We Are Memory Keepers all-in-one tool. This is 12 different tools in one. They worked really hard on this, and I know that it was in the making for almost 2 years before they actually put it out into production. So this is a really cool tool. You can do the trim. You can see actually right in here. And I posted a ton of different pictures showing you what it does actually in the section on my website. So when you click on it, you can see, I think there's 8 different photos, but you can make the banners, you can make bows with it. You know those really cool pom-poms, like the wool pom-poms, you can make that with this. Of course, you can do all the cutting. These are all the things here. So you can do like envelopes, all kinds of fun things, tassels down by my pinky down here. So, and it's got the measurements and all of the pieces that you need to create fun things with this tool are included in the tool. They store right inside the trimmer. I literally think I just shook my computer. So if I shook, that's why. I'm really excited to tell you that this is a really cool tool. So anyway, this is on my website right now. So like I said, it is a little bit of a pricier tool, but it is an investment, and it's something that you're going to use for lots of different things. So if you want to do some of these really fun crafts, I do have a few of these in stock right now. And then the one last thing I want to show you, and actually just get a little bit of, I want to tell you why I love it, and then I'll just let you decide how you feel about it. So this is the new We Are Memory Keepers American Crafts trimmer. So this tool is very, so look, so see, and that actually, so that's magnetic, so it closes that way, and then you can also, you pick these pieces up underneath, and then these go ahead and secure it for you, secure it open. But you're also seeing I've got rulers under here. And there's a scoring tool in this right here. What I love about this is the blade is incredible. This blade is so nice and sharp. It glides beautifully. I know the reason that I wanted to show this to you is I know I've had a lot of people ask me what I'm using for trimmers. For years and years and years, for the entire length that I had my storefront, I used the Tonic. The orange one was orange and gray. I still have a bunch of them here. The problem is that they stopped producing the blades for them. So I know lots of you have them and you're looking for new tools. So this one was just released at the trade show in January. And I brought one in and I just wanted to try it and see if I liked it before I told you whether I liked it or not. And I absolutely love it. So it is bigger, and my whole thing with this is that obviously it can fold in half. So if you are going to crops, it is still easy to pack, but it is bigger. But what I like about the fact that it's bigger is that you can go ahead and you can get, I don't have any cards. Can you believe I don't have any cardstocks in here? I used it all. Anyway, you can go ahead and it's giving you all of the measurements all along the top. And I'm totally not even letting you see that. Look at this. Okay. So these are all, can you hear my nail on that? So these are all indenting. So you've got all the indentations for the scoring tool. So you've got all of your measurements for your down to 1/8 of an inch in between each of the inches all the way up to the 12-inch right here. So it's just a really, really great tool. Now, having said all of that, it's expensive. Okay, so it's going to retail in Canada. It retails for $120. It's not an inexpensive trimmer, ladies. So I just wanted to let you know that if this is something that you are interested in, if you are wanting to get a new trimmer and it's something that's on your list, I highly, highly recommend this one. I do have a few of the replacement blades. I would have to double check the price of the replacement. However, I do a lot of scrapbooking. I don't know what they're saying for the life of their blade. But I will find out for you. But this is just a really great trimmer. So if you are looking to invest in a new trimmer, let me know. I am going to be placing an order and bringing in a couple in next week. But if it's something that you think you want, do let me know. I'm not going to stock a bunch of them regularly. Obviously, they are a bit of a pricier tool. So I want to make sure that you want them. But if that's something you want, that's easy for me to get for you. And I do really, really love it. And I'm grabbing this more than I'm grabbing my other one. And you guys all know how much I love my other one. So something for you to think about. I think I've answered all your questions. I think that's it. If you guys don't have any more questions and you're ready to move on, oh, lots of Caesar lovers. I knew we would be friends. Rebecca, you love the all-in-one. That's great. Yeah, it's a really, really cool tool. Grit City Distillery, Caesar, vodka and speed sauce mix, then Medicine Hat. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Yes, We Are Memory Keepers has a YouTube channel that has all their tools on it. So you can go and you can research this. It's the Supreme Trimmer. It's fantastic, but you let me know. And if you want that, I'm happy to bring it in. Kathy, yes. Yes, this is the one. This is the one we were talking about, Kathy. So I think that's all, girls. You know, like I said, any question you have, always message me. I'm always trying to check on all your social media. I might be a day or two late. Again, thank you again for all of the birthday wishes. That was incredible. Your stories were so amazing. I think I replied to everybody. There were some amazing stories on there. And again, the randomly drawn winner was Marilyn Costin. So I look forward to seeing all of the layouts from today getting posted up, and I will see you next Sunday. Okay, bye everybody. Have a great day.